Hey everyone, Ronan here. A happy Sunday of the bank holiday. That was just me. Quick tip. I only got tipped off to it a few days ago, but Nick Cave, for this whole time, his YouTube channel, they're screening constant stream of videos, documentaries, behind the scenes stuff. Just a great watch. You can't play back. It doesn't even have a track listing or whatever, but luckily there's always people live commenting, and there's always at least one Uber fan tells you what it is. That's what I was watching there, hence the background noise. And it's not impossible that the playback of this will have to be edited, because they are very good on Facebook about copyrighted music and stuff. Which is fair enough. That sounded like I was putting in a quick dig at them, but much more important things to worry about than copyrighted music right now. But hello and welcome to the Late Late Quiz Show. I can never decide if this is the first quiz of the week or the last quiz of the week, but it's Sunday night. I think I'm going to be doing 3 this week. 3, as in 3 late quiz shows. I'm going to be doing a minimum of 12 quizzes a week. That's how it's going to add up, I think. I hope that's the plan. Sunday nights of bank holidays are great for plans. So I suggest you write down your answers if you want, or else you can just say them at the screen yourself, marking anyway. You're deciding how you get on, so you can give yourself bonus points all the time if you want. I'm going to ask 25 questions. I put the questions in the comments as we go, because I think it just makes it a little bit easier than trying to remember what round it is, and people get, was that round 1 or whatever. And if you're watching on playback, excuse me, sorry, if you jump in live as opposed to playback, you can scroll back and see what we're on about. And if you are watching on playback, hello from the past. So question 1. Question 1. What was the name of Gladys Knight's band? What was the name of Gladys Knight's band? Midnight Train to Georgia and all that. No. Question 2. John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill which American president? John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill which American president? I love the junior bit, as if senior also did something like that, and to differentiate. So we're going to try and go, as I said, 25 questions, 25 minutes. Or 25 minutes for the whole thing to be over, i.e. the answers. Question 3. What band released the song Who Let the Dogs Out? Great trivia question. Question 4. What was the name of the crocodile in Peter Pan? What was the name of crocodile in Peter Pan? Question 5. I know it's a bit strange to be asking a Christmas question, but to be fair, look, time has gone out the window this year. What Christmas characters names in progress were Little Larry, Puny Pete and Small Sam, until the author settled on his final name? What Christmas character's name in progress was Little Larry, Puny Pete and Small Sam, until the author settled on his final name? Question 6. What language was invented by Ludwig Zamenhof and means one who hopes? What language was invented by Ludwig Zamenhof and means one who hopes? Question 7. And it's good to know in the comments, or you can send me messages, how you're doing with the quizzes. Too hard, too easy, too fast, too slow. All that feedback is great. Excuse me. I always feel that it's right, but to be fair, listening to other people's opinions of things is also important. Question 7. If you suffer from amblyopia, what part of your body is affected? If you if you suffer from amblyopia, what part of your body is affected? It is, Denise, on a sliding scale. For someone who quizzes so much, you seem to not like tough questions. When you go bowling, do you put up those things in the side so that it'll bounce free? Question 8. Who was the favourite daughter of Shakespeare's King Lear? Who was the favourite daughter of Shakespeare's King Lear? Question 9. What was the name of the Florentine woman who was mother to 3 kings of France and wife to another? Which Florentine woman was mother to 3 kings of France and wife to another? Question 10. Who had a British hit single with the song Rocket Man in 1972? Who had a British hit single with the song Rocket Man in 1972? You might have seen the film. There is a complete opportunity now to catch all those films I've meant to watch, but at the same time, I haven't. Part of me was thinking, I'm going to try and watch the last 30 Oscar winners. I might try Oscar winners, because I'd say I've seen maybe 8 or 10 of the last 30 Oscar winners. Question 11. Which member of U2 played on the classic Put 'Em Under Pressure? Which member of U2 played on the song Put 'Em Under Pressure? Hello Mark and hello Alma. I don't know what Judy means. Question 12. In what year did JFK visit Ireland? In what year did JFK visit Ireland? Another movie question now. What movie brought Harrison Ford into the 23rd century? What movie brought Harrison Ford into the 23rd century? Did that win the Oscar, Denise? Did that win Best Film Oscar? That's not me asking a quiz question. So with Harrison Ford, in which film was in 23rd century Los Angeles? Next, I'll give you a clue. The answer is it's a punk question. Well, that's if we're going to randomly just say films that are good, this is going to. We need a bit of focus in our comments here. Oscar-winning films is what I'm talking about, and how I haven't seen a lot of them recently. Question 14. John Simon Ritchie is the real name of which figure in the music industry? That's cool, Denise, but once again, I think when someone says the Oscar-winning, it always means best film, unless you go on the other categories as well. John Simon Ritchie was the real name of which figure in the music industry? Now, question 15 is a pretty simple A or B question, really. What colour is the bottom stripe of the American flag? What colour is the bottom stripe of the American flag? Red or white? Which is also a choice a lot of us might be having before we have a glass of wine at night, or with meals, or well, whenever you want. Thanks, Denise. I help run a film festival. I watch an incredible amount of cinema. It's just I realise I rarely watch the Hollywood ones anymore, and I don't mean that in a sort of hipster, I make my own bread out of sandals kind of way. Question 16. What type of transport do you associate with the Hells Angels? What mode of transport do you associate with the Hells Angels? Hope you like my new desk. And when I say desk, I mean backdrop. It's cool. That's my logo. I don't know if it's going to be my permanent logo, because it's not perfect, but I like it. And that's the main thing. Oh yeah, and sorry, just while I have you, you might notice I have a Patreon and a PayPal going underneath me there on the screen. Ever since this whole thing, and I found out on Friday I can't be hosting a quiz in public until the 18th of August at the earliest, I'd say, and it'll probably be a lot longer than that. So if you'd like to give me the price of a pint or the price of a bag of coffee or whatever, that would be great. The grown-up quizzes, which people are supporting me to make, are also underwriting the kids quizzes I'm doing. They're underwriting subsidising. So I do a kids quiz every school day morning at 10:30 for like 6 to 10 year olds, and they just get this, but for younger ears, if you will. And I don't ask them for money at all. Kids are really tight. Well, I'll give you 5 cents, which is, to be fair, a lot of money. But if you support me doing these, you're also subsidising the other one. Question 17. Whose prison number was 46664? Whose prison number was 46664? Question 18. Some of you might be out running now with the whole 2K being moved to 5K, so you might be wearing new runners or whatever. But which band released the song My Adidas? Which band released the song My Adidas? It was a hip-hop group. That might give you a bit of guidance. And I might have given you a clue with the talking about the wearing of runners. Question 19. You might be doing plenty of cleaning around the house now as well. With all this extra time, you might be using some J cloths. But where does the letter J come from in J cloth? Where does the letter J come from in J cloth? Question 20. In the way the Football Association of Ireland is FAI and whatever, FA is the Football Association of England. What is the acronym of the British football? It's not the British, the Brazilian Football Association. You might have seen it on many jerseys worn all over the world. Obviously, mainly in Brazil, but at many World Cups as well. So, what is the acronym of the Brazilian Football Federation? Question 21. Is Red Square in Galway or Moscow? Is Red Square in Galway or Moscow? Question 22. On which continent does broccoli originate? From which continent does broccoli originate? Some of you might have kids asleep in the house and they've just woke up after being triggered by the word broccoli. Who said that? Question 23. Whose nickname is Trouser Snake? He's a celebrity. Whose nickname is Trouser Snake? Question 24. Now maybe you are watching a lot of questions, a lot of films and stuff with the kids. This is a classic that a lot of people don't really talk about anymore. So it's well worth taking out. I assume it's on the Disney Channel thing that started, Disney Plus or whatever it's called. Which 1993 film starred Bette Midler as a witch? Which 1993 Disney film starred Bette Midler as a witch? And question 25, the last question of the evening, is a food question. Hopefully you've all eaten for the night now. If a dish is parmentier, Parmentier, it's written in the comments obviously, but parmentier, what is it cooked or served with? If a dish is parmentier, what does it accompany? Or not so much accompanied, what is it accompanied by? So I'll give you a moment just to go over your answers. I want to say thanks again for taking part. It's always good fun. I'm going to be leaving all my quizzes up. If you're going over my social media, I'm leaving kind of the last 5 quizzes up from now on, and then taking the rest down, or have taken the rest down. And if you would like to support my Patreon, you'll get the entire archive of everything I've done going forward. And obviously if you'd like to PayPal me the price of a pint or a bag of coffee, or the price of a brewery, feel free. As you can see, the details are going across here and are in the bio details as well. So I'll just give you the answers now. Oh yeah, and I do a kids quiz 10:30 a.m. every morning, and your support of me is supporting that as well. Gladys Knight's band was called the Pips. John Hinckley Jr. tried to kill Ronald Reagan. Who Let the Dogs Out was sung by the Baha Men. Excuse me, the Baha Men. The crocodile in Peter Pan is Tick-Tock. The Christmas character whose various works or names in progress were things like Little Larry and Puny Pete became, of course, Tiny Tim. The language that was invented by Ludwig Zamenhof is Esperanto. And who was the lead actor in the world's first, and as far as I'm concerned, aware film entirely in Esperanto? Of course it would be William Shatner. Cordelia. If you suffer from amblyopia, what part of your body is affected? It's your eye. It's what's commonly referred to as a lazy eye. Shakespeare's King Lear's favourite daughter was Cordelia. Catherine de Medici was the mother to 3 kings of France and wife to another. Britain had a hit single. Britain. It was a British hit single in 1972 with Rocketman. It was Elton John. Which member of U2 played on Put 'Em Under Pressure? It was Larry Mullen, who was also credited a bit being the co-producer of the song. In what year did JFK visit Ireland? It was 1963. What movie brought Harrison Ford into the 23rd century? It was Blade Runner. John Simon Ritchie was the real name of Sid Vicious. Johnny Rotten might have been a few people's answers there, but Johnny Rotten's real name is John Lydon. What colour is the bottom stripe in the American flag? It's red. What mode of transport do you associate with Hells Angels? It's motorbikes. Maybe ambulances. 46664 was Nelson Mandela's prison number. My Adidas was released by Run DMC. Johnson and Outkast. Was it Outkast? Somebody did do a track called Adidas, actually. I'm going with Run DMC, but I'm prepared to listen to other answers. The J in J cloths came from Johnson and Johnson. They brought out that cloth. Is Red Square in Galway or Moscow? It's Moscow. The acronym for the Brazilian football, is CBF. On what continent did broccoli originate? It is Europe. Whose nickname is Trouser Snake? It's Justin Timberlake, because it rhymes with lake, and that's the only reason, I'm sure. Bette Midler starred in Hocus Pocus in the 1993 Disney film. And if a dish is parmentier, what is it cooked or served with? It is served with, let's see if I get this 25-minute thing down. It's served with potatoes. Bang! 25 minutes. What a pro. Hey, so look, thanks for tuning in, streaming in. I'll be leaving with you. I don't have a big song and dance number to finish this off with, but I'll be on throughout the week. Follow me in the social media, and it's been great fun, and have a great start to the week or end to the week, depending on which